this. I usually don't speak. I do my videos and I post. But I got something to say, and you can agree or disagree. But you can go all over TikTok and other social media networks, and you see people post something, and then once you share it, they choose to attack you versus going to take it down equally from everywhere actually you got it from. But they treat you like you're the source. But the fact is, I'm not even putting them out there like that. The fact is, what we're saying is true. And I'm saying this on the record. I ain't like everybody else. Y'all scared of the government. That's your business. But let me tell you something. This ain't for no educational purposes. This ain't for none of that. This is fact. People got sick. People died. You understand what I'm telling you? People died. And if people want to be spoon-fed by the government, that's your business. But don't tell me to relax and it's okay. This is misinformation and fact check. No, fact checkers are run by the bastards that's running everything. And I don't believe nothing they talking about. If y'all want to run with that, then you run with that. You know what I'm saying? But you're not going to keep taking videos because that's a sign of guilt anyway. And I put the links up to prove everything I was saying, and y'all still took it down, and you couldn't tell me what it was that I was missing. Fact checkers, get yourself together. The next time you want to take something down and you say fact check, why don't you try putting up the facts that we're missing if you want to check us? Come on, man. You can't play checkers with a man with the mindset of chess. I'm 10 steps ahead of everything you done already. I put the links up. And I'm going to put the video back up. You just mad because of what I wrote. And we understand when people got sick and people died and all that. No, but we don't understand. Because we know the government talk about population control all the time. And everybody making videos, repost this. Stop saying this for educational purposes. For what? Who are you educating? You educating them on believing a lie? You mean, oh, you're telling the truth. But then you saying this for educational purposes. Basically, you're taking the steam off of your own material you sharing. No. Don't punk out in front of the government because they ain't punking out for you. The Declaration of Independence states people have the power. The people, not the government. They work for us, but apparently people done got comfortable being spoon-fed by the devil, and they work for them. You're not going to force no shots. You're not going to force no vaccines. And those who want to take it and continue to do what you want to do to yourself, hey, to each his own. But I'm going to tell you right now, in this corner, when I know what I know, I'm going to say what I'm going to say. This is the most dangerous country to ever live in. And if anybody get in my feed talking about go back to whatever, ask yourself this. How did I get here? And why aren't you going after your people? They got my ancestors brought here. All right? And the comfort you're living under is because of the sweats that came from our ancestors. The blood. How many people they killed and enslaved to force them to work. And don't give me that rhetoric talking about, your people enslaved. Hey, listen, boy. Let me tell you something. People change. You understand what I'm saying? The only problem is the oppressors today has not changed. So I don't want to hear nothing about nothing when y'all start talking about educational purpose because I'm going to turn from you because I ain't trying to hear it. Either you're going to stand on what you're saying 10 toes down or you're going to tuck your tail between your legs and be a French poodle and stop fronting like you a pig because you ain't biting nothing. Tell it like it is. TikTok, y'all some bums for this one. Y'all knew dang on well you lying. Which vaccine worked? None of it worked. The president know it didn't work. Every last one of them didn't know. All of them know it didn't work. All y'all talk about is population control. Population control. And we know what that means. We know what that means. Stop saying in God you trust because you don't trust in God. Stop telling the people to put their hand on the Bible and then charge them for telling a lie. Or you say perjury or whatever. But you're going to charge us on something you don't believe in. No. We ain't buying that no more. The Declaration of Independence acknowledges God as the ultimate. The Declaration of Independence also states we the people are the ones with the power. And when we feel the government become tyrannical, we stand up against them. Well, the Senate, that was a perfect example. I don't get in the votes. I don't vote. But I do know one thing. All of it's staged. So what's the point of voting? And I don't care about nobody coming in my comments because you're going to get roasted. Because I'm like that. I'm going to roast you real easy, real good. Just try it. That's what I want you to do. I stay ready. I'm like that. You better check my background. You better look around and see how I talk before you walk up in there. Because you're going to get it. That's what I do. So y'all sit around here talking about educational purposes and all that. You go ahead and do that. But TikTok, y'all some bums. We understand why America won't get at China. Because they was in cahoots together. America paying China for it. They paid. They funded the Wuhan lab. We already got the paperwork. So how you going to tell us fact check this and fact check that and you're not telling the whole? No, I'm telling the whole truth. Y'all do it in plain sight. Every day. The White House, every day. Planning out our lives like you in our house. But you're not. You're in your own house. So you're supposed to be treating people like you want to be treated. But the only reason why y'all so damn rich, because you take it from the people in America, taxing them for everything. And in America, we never own nothing. We pay hella taxes on anything we buy. And if once we pay it off, then you make us pay taxes on it in order to keep it. So what do we actually own? And why do you tell us to always tell the truth when we're children? In the classroom, tell the truth. What do you want to be when you grow up? Got us holding our heart, pledging allegiance to a flag. They ain't never pledged allegiance to us. And then once we grow up, start telling the truth. What's the main thing America known for? Oh, you tell the truth, they gonna kill you. Don't sound like it's a pretty good background for you, America. Ain't nothing positive coming out of that. Your mask is off. Halloween is over. We know what's under there. We see the real you. Well, I do. So I'm gonna speak for me. And anybody else know the truth? Cut that as educational purposes out, and they're going to strip you. I don't care. Every time they take it down, it's a sign of guilt. And every time they do that, you should understand, boy, what's going on around you. Period. You want to kill everybody. Black folks? Then you bringing everybody in over the borders? You're doing too much. And you putting them in black neighborhoods. You're doing too much. Biden said America's doomed, not just because of black people. And the black people in that same video he was talking to just sat there calmly. Like, yeah, massa, I eat whatever you give me a leftover on your plate, massa. No, we ain't doing that. I ain't built like that. Y'all need to stand up for yourself. You're in a position of power, but you want us to trust you to speak for us, and you won't even speak for yourself. I ain't feeling that. I'm paraplegic every time I look at you. I'm going to sit down because you ain't standing up on what you believe on. You ain't. 10 toes down where? Nah. You sitting in somebody's chair. That's what you're doing. You ain't standing on nothing. So I don't want to hear nothing about nothing. And I don't care about voting for no president. Biden talking about, we need to, we're thinking about doing a study on slavery and reparations and all. How are you going to do a study? You had over 400 years to study. You ain't learned yet? Y'all still living under the same blueprint. And if you're not guilty of what you say you're doing, then why haven't you changed it? Abraham Lincoln put it in place for a reason. Andrew Johnson came in and took the allocation out. Gave it all back to the slave masters and everybody else. That's the wealth gap between blacks and whites now. And that's why we in ghettos and they in the biggest mansions and houses and got everything. I ain't trying to hear it. Y'all better wake up. And this is not for educational purpose. Now smoke that.
Let me see your war face.